The female CEO suddenly had an epiphany when she saw the doodles on a confidential contract. She realized how important it is to have a stable husband and a well-behaved child. Earlier, her business partner had been shocked to find that a contract worth millions between their two companies was filled with childish scribbles. The root cause of all this was that the CEO had hired her first love as her assistant. Who could have predicted that on the first day her first love would make such a silly mistake? Not only did this ruin the partnership, but it also caused all the partners to pull out their investments. The CEO deeply regretted it. If her husband had been around, this mistake wouldn't have happened. Her daughter wouldn't have drawn all over the contract. But when she finally realized the importance of her husband and daughter, she discovered they had already left her. So the CEO bought a strawberry cake to apologize to her daughter. When she heard the doorbell and went to open the door, she was greeted by her first love and his son. The woman felt a deep sense of loss. Seeing her first love's son trying to touch the cake, she immediately scolded the assistant, then dialed her husband's number. But no one answered on the other end. Just then, a loud crash came from the bedroom. She rushed over to check, and found that her daughter's easel had been damaged. She angrily scolded her first love, demanding that he compensate for the damage. To her surprise, her first love's son turned around and blamed her. He asked why she needed to apologize to the daughter of a mistress. At that moment, the woman realized that during the last parent-teacher meeting, her daughter had called her mom. She had firmly ordered her daughter to call her aunt instead. From that point on, her husband was completely disappointed in her. It wasn't until her husband and daughter had really left that she truly understood how deeply she had hurt them. Everything that happened today was all her own doing. It turned out that the man was originally her assistant. They had gotten together due to a drunken mistake. The woman had misunderstood that the man wanted to use their child to get closer to her, so she never wanted to publicly acknowledge their relationship. Even every time she got drunk, she would call out her son's name while hugging their daughter. Looking back at everything she did, each action was a reason for her husband and daughter to leave. At first, her husband thought that if he just held on a little longer, he could warm her heart. But then he saw a public announcement on social media of his wife and her first love's relationship. At the same time, his sister sent him a message about inheriting the company. Feeling hopeless, the man decided to leave this cold home with his daughter. The next day, he dropped his daughter off at school. They were almost late, but unexpectedly, the woman, due to an important meeting, snatched the car keys from him and drove off, leaving her daughter behind. The man was her personal assistant. After dropping the daughter off at school, he was late, and the woman completely turned on him. She publicly scolded him. Finally, the man decided to resign and stop secretly helping the woman. To his surprise, the woman brought her first love to apply for the position of vice president in the company.